Hey everyone, it's Jo Carter here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my June 2020 wrap up. I wasn't sure whether I was actually going to do a June wrap up because it has been the slowest month without a doubt for me reading wise. I've been reading a really chunky book and another really chunky book and then a chunky audiobook, and it felt like I wasn't going to finish anything. As it is, I ended up DNFing my audiobook. So that was The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I do have a physical copy as well, but I started listening to it on audio. I just feel like it wasn't the audiobook that threw me off, because sometimes that can happen, but I felt like it was just the fact that this is really slow to get into. Like it is a really big book as well, but I didn't get really far. I ended up DNF'd this, so I didn't really give it any stars. I can't really tell you where page-wise or hours-wise I DNF'd because I didn't record that, but basically Quoth hasn't got to the magical university yet. I was never wanting to pick it up. It wasn't boring when I was actually listening to it, but it wasn't engaging enough that I wanted to keep picking up and listening to it. So unfortunately this one is a DNF. I don't think I'm going to pick it up again. I'm actually going to get rid of this copy because it's just a case of maybe I would have found the magical university bit fascinating, but I just didn't get to it because Quoth spent so much time describing his childhood, and although interesting, it sort of took a really long time to get anywhere. So that one I DNF'd. And the second book I want to talk about, so when I was saying that I was reading two physical chunky books, I was alternating between this one, The Land of Painted Caves, and Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire Illustrated, which is up here. That one I'll be talking about in my July wrap up because I stopped reading that to concentrate on this, and then July happened. This one I technically actually finished around July the 4th, but I read the majority of it in June, so I am counting it. This is the sixth book, the final book in the Earth's Children series by Jean M. Arul. Unfortunately, this one I gave, I think it's 2 stars. If it's not 2, when I go to write my review, if I end up doing that tonight, I'm going to give it 2 stars. This was a really disappointing finale, unfortunately. I really enjoyed the earlier books in this series. It probably peaked for me around book 3, but there was still a big part of books 4 and 5 that I really enjoyed. This one was really boring. It spent the majority of the book describing spiritual practices, but not like, all it did was describe caves, like 30, 50, 100, I don't know, I skipped ahead, but at least 20 different caves. That was all this book was about, was traveling and looking at caves. And there was no, I don't know what the reason was. I skipped ahead a couple of 100 pages till I was smack bam right in the drama. And the drama that happened, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, it didn't need to happen. It made me cry, sob really hard, but not because of what happened to the characters, but because I felt like Arul, I don't know, I felt like she made them act in a way that they wouldn't have. And I mean, I can't sit up on my high horse or high chair on my high horse here and pretend that I know how to be the best writer in the world. I have written before, I'm not published, I don't know. But from the point of view as a reader, I was really hurt that she decided to do this with the characters. And like, I understand that people will hurt you and that people you thought never would will hurt you, but it just didn't seem like, you know how they say like truth is stranger than fiction. You need to be able to see it, and maybe there was foreshadowing in those couple of 100 pages that I skipped. Maybe there was, but I felt like it came out of nowhere. There could have been other ways to add tension to the end of the book or to their relationship without doing what she did. So that was really frustrating, and it made me so angry that I actually started writing a fan fiction, rewriting the ending of this. I've written 1 chapter. I don't know whether I'm going to continue it or not. I really hope to continue writing it, and I might do some more this afternoon. But that is how much this book made me feel that I wanted to do that. I don't regret reading this series. I really enjoyed my time with it. I'm going to reread it, but I'll probably stop after the 5th one. I'm not keeping this volume. I would never ever read this volume again. And the fact that I did burst out crying does tell you that I did care about these characters. So she is talented. I just feel like she got more into the archaeological research and historical details and kind of got sick of fleshing out the character plots more, like, got sick of fleshing them out. That's pretty much what I think about it. So, sadly disappointing end. Alright everybody, thanks so much for watching. That was my June wrap up. I'm glad I actually had something to say, even if it was only 2 books and one was a DNF. Excellent reading month, but I'm having a much better one in July. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're all safe. I post videos midweek and on the weekend, so 2 a week. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Bye!